fart! My favorite thing I've learned in college is that way back in ancient China, there was this poet slash philosopher guy who wrote this whole pretentious poem about how enlightened he was, and that was like, the 8 winds cannot move me, and he was really proud of it, so he sent it to a friend who lived across the lake, and then his friend sends it back and just writes, fart, or the ancient Chinese equivalent on it. And he was so mad he travels back across the lake to chew at his friend, and when he gets there, his friend says, wow, the 8 winds cannot move you, but one fart sends you across the lake. That's just beautiful. And apparently, the context for fart in Chinese is bullshit. So his friend was basically calling him out for his BS. Wonderful proverb. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus! My name is Lumo and today we're looking at r/Tumblr, a subreddit dedicated to that blogging platform that's making a slight resurgence now that the musky husky has bought the bird. I'm not doing a second take of that. It's posted images taken from tumblr.com. Oh, you want more from me after that cold opener? No, you're not getting it. Let's just get right into this. Online privacy.
Just saw people on TikTok being like, if you have your likes hidden on here, I assume you're a freak and a bad person. I'm so tired of social media. Stop.
Maybe don't need to know exactly which chicken recipes I'm liking.
If you haven't done anything wrong, then you have nothing to hide.
Honey, do you think I locked the bathroom door because shit is against the law? I despise this mentality. People are entitled to their privacy. Don't tell Mark Zuckerberg that. And frankly, it just disgusts me that there's any sort of people in any generation who deny that. Social media, I unironically think has done nothing but hurt society. And I say this as a YouTuber, as a social media marketer, like my entire life revolves around these hellscapes. And I think it's bad for us. I really do. Put down your phone after this video, thank you. Leave a like too. And go take a walk. No music, no nothing. Take your phone in case there's trouble. Take a walk. I've been doing that, disconnecting entirely. It's wonderful. It makes you sane again. Highly recommend. Scientific inspiration comes from the oddest places. Today I learned Charles Darwin married his first cousin with whom he had 10 children. 3 died as infants and 3 were infertile. He was the first to raise the question if incest may cause weakness in offspring after studying inbred plants in his garden. Charles Darwin looking at his fricked up tomatoes. Ah, shit on me. Didn't the Egyptians, like the ancient Egyptians, have some sort of, I know, keeping it in the family back then with the pharaoh lines, but like, didn't they document it somewhat? Like, I thought they did. I could be completely mistaken. Either way, the consequences of incest are terrifying. Don't do it. Familial love is one thing, but when you start taking it to the site with the funny little yellow logo, you got too far. How old were you in 2008? Why'd you have to go and make things so swamplicated? Tumblr Culture is not knowing if this is from 2008 or earlier this week. That's real. Tumblr is steeped in enough irony to make a third Strider character in Homestuck. Like, it is a travesty. It is a nightmare. It is a cultural phenomenon. It is terrifying. Tumblr is a scary beast. It scares me, and I was there once, so that's gotta say something. Mostly about me, probably. Well, my brother says, shit happens in response to everything. My brother was given a shit happens mug because of this. My brother loved his shit happens mug like a child. Last week, my brother dropped his shit happens mug. You probably know what his reaction was. I assume hysterical crying because he just lost the best possession ever created on Earth. Right next to world's okayest raid leader and #1 dad mom. There's a slash in the middle, so you don't have to buy 2 mugs for your parents. You can just give them the same mug twice. It's genius. I hope this is me someday. Everyone lied to me when I got engaged. Being married is frickin' great. There is a whole other person in my house and they love me. I feel like this is a counterpoint to my whole thing about social media, as silly as it is. Because way back in ye olde days, you only had those who were local to you. And, there's obviously societal pressures to get married, reproduce, etc. So you just kind of ended up with whoever was in the area who you could tolerate, which I think is why there's a lot of this boomer culture of wife bad, because they might be, We live in a society, bottom text, but we now as people have infinite ways to meet people. It's kind of amazing. Some people turn to VR chat. I've seen relationships spring up because of Final Fantasy XIV. Tinder exists, despite OSHA violations and being a general biohazard. But we live in a very connected world, for better or worse. That's the best way I can put it. And if it makes love like this, you know what? I can't complain too much. What are your favorite and least favorite film adaptations of books?
The real problems with books turned movies is, oh my god, they didn't include every single word in the book. It's,
oh my god, they completely overlooked the major themes, threw in any significant allegories, and took away all emotional pull and turned it into a boring action movie with a love triangle in it. If they do this to Mistborn, I'm going to riot. Brandy Sandy, protect your books. Coming to a theater near you.
Movie idea. Guy finds a stone tablet engraved with a mysterious alien language and gets caught up in a national treasure-esque adventure to decipher its meaning, only to learn that it's just an alien live, laugh, love decoration. Pumpkin spice lattes are a universal constant that only causes constant degradation in our moral fiber, as well as our decorating sense. If we get rid of the pumpkin spice, the brain cells can begin to return and regenerate because, as you know, pumpkin spice is a depressive. It removes your brain cells and kills your liver. This is science. I'm a science man, trust me. That sealed the deal! Having now worked directly with wild seals, I need you all to know that they are some of the most balanced creature in the entire animal kingdom. We've all been so wrong. They look cute and fat, but they are so fast and they have so many teeth, and they know how to scream and they aren't afraid to do it. Don't get me wrong, I love them deeply. They're amazing animals, but we've been calling them stuff like sea puppas, when in fact, they're more like if a cat weighed 300 kilos and had the intelligence of a toddler and the morals of a seagull. Look, if a seagull can swallow its best friend whole, it's going to. So this terrifies me. And if I ever find one of these things, I'm going to bench press it right back into the ocean. I'm going to throw a seal. God cannot stop me. Neither can Interpol. Interpol can probably stop me. If you throw away everything I touch, I'm gonna keep it. How were LGBT people able to hijack the rainbow?
Well, Jake, we started using the rainbow to connotate gayness, and you immediately stopped using it because you were pant shit afraid of looking gay. Look, all I'm saying is it takes a lot of emotional, mental, and physical strength to take it in the butt. It's two guys, twice as manly. Laughs in the song of Achilles.
I'm literally begging modern media to portray healthy relationships. Enough cheating, enough infidelity, enough disrespect. Show me people who love each other, proper communication, and a strong mental as well as physical connection. I want plots about people who are madly in love with each other and stay madly in love with each other. Please, I am losing my mind. Depression sells, and if they set a bad precedence, then my God, will you buy more Tinder Plus?
This is a conspiracy theory. That's probably not how it works. There is no media conspiracy to that regard, but just misery sells. The world wants to take your smile. Don't let it. Catboy! Guy who says he's a catboy, but when you get back to his place, you see the heavy construction equipment he's been repairing for fun in his backyard. You realize you may have misinterpreted his statements. You're staring at his yellow and black backhoe, kicking yourself when he goes to change into something more comfortable. But then he comes around the corner wearing cat ears and a utility belt. This is the average Guilty Gear Strive Testament main. I will not elaborate further. Thank you. Have a good day. Dig it. Oh, dig it. Holes! I need holes! Me checking the bottom of my very expensive ceramic plant pots for drainage. Sigourney Weaver to a bunch of children in she was in holes? My God, that was like one of the few good book adaptations, IMO. I remember enjoying that as a kid. Did I just say IMO unironically? Oh God. I think I've done that in another I've done that before on Butter rectangular prism. Today I learned Americans call a knob of butter a stick of butter. Who the frick calls it a knob? Frick you. See the Americans calling it a stick of butter instead of a thick, throbbing cock of butter. I don't know what accent that was, but I imagine that it is from whatever land calls it a thick, throbbing cock of butter. The more you know! The day I learned the first known case of dying from laughing involved a Greek man called Syrupus, who, after giving figs to his donkey, cried out, "Now give the donkey a drink of pure wine to wash down the figs," and had a fit of laughter afterwards and died. Pretty funny, I guess. It had to be there. Humor is subjective, but my God, he was the only one laughing. But he did live his best life, because he went out smiling. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, share this with a friend who could use a reminder that now is the best time to make their Tumblr account. If you want more, r/Tumblr, there'll be another popping up on your screen in just a couple of seconds, but until then, my name has been Lumo, speaking at 200 words per minute, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day!